that understand the importance of caring and kindness, who understand the importance of having a leader who speaks truth and is not so self-consumed. You know, I keep talking about somebody needs to just watch his rallies if you're not really sure how to vote, because he spends full time talking about himself and mythical characters, not talking about the working people, not talking about you, not talking about lifting you up. And so as we spend these next 17 days, we're going to go vote today. We're going to remind people to vote. We're going to register folks to vote. We're going to email, text, phone call, knock on doors. And we're going to remind people of what is at stake, the same old tired playbook over and over again. He has no plan for how he would address the needs of the American people. He is only focused on himself. And now he's ducking debates and canceling interviews because of exhaustion. And when he does answer a question or speak at a rally, have you noticed he tends to go off script and ramble? And generally, for the life of him, cannot finish a thought. And he has called it the weave. But I think we here will call it nonsense. So, folks, for these reasons and more, it is time to turn the page. It's time to turn the page. And America is ready to chart a new way forward.
Kamala Harris is spot on, and tonight, she's really spot on, especially considering how wild this rally became. The things Donald Trump talked about. And, of course, that one thing we can't even mention, but he was desperate to bring up during this rally. It was that bad. So full of rambling nonsense, anger, and fear-mongering that even Fox, yes, even the Fox propaganda outlet couldn't take it. They had to cut him off, right in the middle. And you can see it right here.
Had a great man. I said, Arnold.
Latrobe, Pennsylvania is an area that Donald Trump won in 2016. He is there holding one of his signature rallies.
I used to think Fox was cutting Donald Trump off out of spite. But then I realized, as you can clearly see, they're doing it to preserve him. They know their audience still includes a lot of undecided Republicans and independents, people who don't yet know who they'll support in this election. The more those listeners hear from Donald Trump, the more they're turned off. So now, Fox is stepping in to save him because, believe me, he needs all the help he can get. This rally was truly off the rails. It wasn't just about the unspeakable topics we can't discuss on YouTube. He was also obsessing over the size of his rallies. And we can see it all right here.
Butler, Pennsylvania, we had 101,000 people. It was unbelievable. What a night that was. And we're on.
I used to think Fox was cutting Donald Trump off out of spite. But then I realized, as you can clearly see, they're doing it to preserve him. They know their audience still includes a lot of she is so obsessed and he is so insecure. That's the crux of it all. From Donald Trump, it's that deep-rooted insecurity that drives him to the brink. It's why this obsession is his singular focus. It's why he continues to lash out at Kamala Harris, labeling her, in his deceptive words, as having a low IQ. But we all know the truth about him. He's aware he's not smart, that his rallies are shrinking, his ratings plummeting, and his poll numbers sinking. This is why he's freaking out, and it's also why he's fixating on certain downstairs topics. But before we dive into that chaos, let's pause and reflect on what has clearly ignited this bizarre fixation in Donald Trump, the moment that triggered it all: President Obama's incredible joke at the DNC. Let's take a look right here.
Here's a 78-year-old billionaire who has not stopped whining about his problems since he rode down his golden escalator 9 years ago. It has been a constant stream of gripes and grievances that's actually been getting worse now that he's afraid of losing to Kamala. There's the childish nicknames, the crazy conspiracy theories, this weird obsession with crowd sizes.
Donald Trump very clearly still has and always will have this image lingering in his mind. A little insinuation there by President Obama is driving him crazy, and it's clearly leading him to think about something unexpected, the size of certain members. To put it delicately, it's a topic that's on his mind far more than one might guess. And that is exactly what he wanted to address at his rally in Pennsylvania. With a nod to the legendary golfer Arnold Palmer, he begins to talk about, let's take a look.
But Arnold Palmer was all man, and I say that in all due respect to women, and I love women. But this is a guy that was all man. This man was strong and tough, and I refuse to say it, but when he took showers with the other pros, they came out of there, they said, oh my God, that's unbelievable. I had to say it. We have women that are highly sophisticated here.
We are less than 20 days out from this election, and Donald Trump is spending time at his rallies talking about the size of Arnold Palmer's stuff. What is happening? Oh my, this is a deranged individual. That's why we had to start with that clip of Kamala Harris saying, just watch his rallies. They are absurd. They are out of control. They are angry. They are ridiculous. Just take a look at this clip right here.
Kamala Harris, that you've had enough, that you just can't take it anymore. We can't stand you. You're a shit vice president. The worst. You're the worst vice president. Kamala, you're fired. Get the hell out of here. You're fired. Get out of here. Get the hell out of here, Kamala.
Who would want to vote for this guy? He is out of control, he is angry, he is greedy, and he is more dangerous than ever. As we've talked about on this show, even if Donald Trump is unable to fulfill the job of president if he were to win, what's the backup plan? J.D. Vance. Now that might be an even scarier alternative lurking in the shadows. We have to make sure that neither of those incredibly dangerous individuals gets anywhere near the White House. But here's the chilling part. It's not just Democrats saying this. So many Republicans are coming out in support of Kamala Harris, and many of them are former Trump officials, like General Mark Milley, the head of Donald Trump's Joint Chiefs of Staff. And, of course, Donald Trump is furious with him and has attacked him right here.
These stupid people like Milley, General Milley. Remember his performance in Congress? General Milley and Mattis, all these guys, what a bunch of lightweights. But we have...
He continues to go after those in his administration who have called him out because, like we've said so many times, he is insecure and he knows that they're right about how dangerous he is. He knows how bad it makes him look when he praised himself as the guy who was going to pick the best people, quite frankly, the best. And now those best people are turning on him. Why? Because he is a dangerous threat, not just to our democracy, and they clearly saw that, but to the globe. Marco Rubio, who was on the short list of Donald Trump's VP selections this year, still doesn't believe he should have the nuclear codes, and he's supporting him. It's cowardly, it's crazy, and it's clear the cognitive decline, which was called out by President Obama right here.
Have you seen him lately? I mean, he is out there, he's given 2.5 hour speeches, just word salads. You have no idea what he's talking about. He's talking about Hannibal Lecter. He's talking about this. He's talking about that. He held a town hall meeting where he just, let me explain, because I've done a lot of town hall meetings. The point of a town hall meeting is to take questions.